It's just a couple of weeks ago, Jonathan, we were marking the 10-year anniversary of the start of the credit crisis, and some wanting to draw a parallel between today and that. Is this an early warning? No? No,
I mean, quite clearly this is a company-specific issue, but one of the issues does speak to an area that we have a growing concern about. The FCA is all over UK consumer credit, most particularly people in persistent debt, the subprime end. One of the issues that Provident Financial faces today is they've said that the FCA has been investigating them since 2016, looking at effectively an insurance product on their credit card business, Vanquish, and I think that is one of the biggest areas of concern for us, is kind of where does this go? There's that, and there's also the home credit collection business, which clearly, as you mentioned, they're trying to change the business model. They've got rid of a lot of the door-to-door collections. They've given everybody an iPad, 2,500 people they've hired to go around.
And that didn't go down well, did it?
It doesn't appear to be working at all. I mean, they had a profit warning in June when they guided down and said it wasn't working particularly well. Today, they've guided to a loss in the division, and they've also said that really this is going to take a very long time. The call, very few glimmers of hope from the call, to be honest.
It's worth noting, by the way, before Vonnie jumps in, I mean, this is a company that's done very well since we mentioned, you know, the credit crisis. It's got these sort of core 2.5 million customers, hasn't it? Many of them unemployed, many of them on welfare. The stock tripled over the decade, in a decade that saw many banks collapse. It actually, one would say, thrived.
But let's not forget, though, this is subprime lending in an era of ultra-low rates. You look at what the FCA is all over at the moment. It's auto lending. They've got Money Barn. It's subprime credit cards. They've got Vanquish, and it's door-to-door lending. So it's all about affordability. And one of the issues, when the FCA took over regulating consumer credit providers in 2014, they made a point of saying we want to ensure that forbearance, i.e. where perhaps the customer shouldn't have been given the loan and they can't afford it, you as the provider treat them fairly.